Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here for round number 5 in season 1 of our Aspect Racing F1 team career mode. If you did miss the previous episode around France, be sure to go check that one out, as it was dry to wet. I'm gonna say that, but I'm not gonna spoiler where we finished. So go check it out before we run into any spoilers. Anyway, Austria, a pretty strong track for me. Generally, I don't know why, I just like Austria. R&D wise, we've got 2 majors and a minor upgrade coming in. We can check if this will 27 days. Now that's only gonna come in for the Belgium Grand Prix at Spa. But was it the chassis? Or was it? I think it was the engine. The engine upgrade should come in for the British Grand Prix, and you can see on the engine side we're absolutely clear from the field. So we should have a pretty good weekend here at Spielberg. We have some cash, but we can't purchase resource generation number 2 on any, so we'll head into the race weekend. So here we are then in the paddock, and you can see it's a lovely weekend, dry all the way through. We had an ERS fault apparently in France. Yes, we did. I think, I'm not sure. Anyways, roll dampers, tire wear upgrade on the chassis failed for this week. And besides that, yeah, just all dry. I think we got enough R&D points. Oh no, never mind, we did not. So yeah, let's jump into quick practice for the Austrian Grand Prix. So here we are then after practice. We've done a good practice session, 600 R&D points on our side, 200 on Matsushita's, which brings our total up to a bit over 1,000. Development boost, we have weight redistribution and an engine power upgrade. Sure, I might do that engine upgrade. And yeah, without further ado, let's head into qualifying. So here we are then in the qualifying session. We're going to head in and load up our setup for this track. It's going to be 7.9 on the aerodynamics, 82.60 on the transmission, right, negative 1.5, 0.08 and max to the left on the suspension geometry. Moving on to the suspension, we have 1, 3, 2, 10, 2, 7, brakes 154, and tire pressures 22.6 on the fronts and 22.7 on the rear. So without further ado, I think we're gonna head out on a banker lap and try and set a more or less competitive lap time. So end of the first lap, we're a second off of Lance.
You've fallen down the order. You're now in P7.
I know, Jeff, but we're doing another lap because there's surely a second in it, even on slightly worn tires. Was having big FPS drops on the first lap, but looks like that has fixed itself as well. As we don't quite gain a second because we don't really go too well through those corners. Bit too wide there. Up to the line though, it's gonna be a 104.3 as we go ahead of Buhara Matsushita and Antonio Giovinazzi. Gonna add the front wing, and then I'm gonna go again, and yeah, just send it. Bad final corner, otherwise would have been a good lap. 1/10 off of Esteban. I'm sure we can improve by a 10th. So qualifying is over. Just scared that Lewis will try and send it somewhere where he isn't supposed to. Again, a bad line through there. Right on the limit as Lewis is down to P2. So we really pushed that a bit too much. Should be an invalidation, but anyway, up to the line we gain another 10th, and it's going to be P15 on the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix. There is no way we'd have gained another nearly 2/10 to Stroll. And I mean, we did the best. I mean, our car is ahead of Alfa Romeo, Williams, and the Haas F1 team. So, I mean, we are where the car should be. So, I think it's okay. Should be probably already 10th on the exit of turn 3, if not the exit of turn number 4 on lap number 1. But anyway, we'll see as we move to Sunday, to race day.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve, as it was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Ocon, Sebastian Vettel and Stroll, the owner driver, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Kimi Raikkonen, Matsushita, Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So here we are then on the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix, round number 5 of this Aspect Racing F1 team career mode. You can see in the background selecting the medium to soft alternate strategy so we can end off strong on the softs. And 0.8 laps of extra fuel, or let's actually do 0.9. And yeah, you can see front wing up to 8 instead of 7 because of the race with more fuel. I don't want to have understeer. Without further ado, let's head into this race as we're gonna try and get a good start here. As Firefly lights are on, and this is going to be lights out, and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. You can see we don't get the greatest of starts. Gonna try and regain the positions we lost around the outside. We go past Stroll. We go past Sebastian Vettel as well, who's also on the mediums, but he instantly re-overtakes us. We're now heading into turn 3, as there's been a massive crash. We've nearly been chopped off by Pierre Gasly, as the Sebastian is out as well, and the full course safety car has been called out. So it would have been nice if we'd have started on soft, because right now we could have boxed for mediums. But anyway, let's skip to the safety car restart. So here we are then on the end of lap number 3. Safety car is gonna come in on the end of this lap. It's good for us because the soft tire runners have less time to build a gap. And we're already up to P10, so looking good once again for points. Just trying to bring the mediums up to temperature a bit more. As now we go for a huge oversteer moment as green flag running once again.
We're leading our teammate by
Once again in this race. That was a bit extreme. Cutting there, but anyway, let's see. Stroll might send it into turn 10. Looks like the AI have great straight line speed. Although we get a pretty good exit, so Stroll can't challenge us into turn 4 for now. You can see lap number 5, we've already dropped out of DRS range of Yuki, which isn't ideal, but I didn't really expect something else. As we've got yellow flags. Looks like there's been a collision as Nicholas Latifi is out, and yet another safety car has been deployed. So it looks like sim damage isn't meant to be, as now everyone will box for mediums, but crucially we won't be held, we don't need to double stack, and we're gonna be on fresh softs. So I don't want to say much, but we might be on for a very, very nice finish at the end of this race. It's a very slow stop.
That was our last stop. No more
We are ahead of Stroll, as you nearly cloud that wall there. We are ahead of both Ferraris. We're ahead of one of the Red Bulls. We're ahead of one of the AlphaTauris. And we've got the top 2 cars are still on mediums from lap 1, so not expecting them to have any insane pace. Already P8 now, which is very nice. But like I said, we're on fresh soft, so hopefully we can keep up with Leclerc behind on mediums once he makes his overtake on us and Lance Stroll. So safety car in this lap. Let's see how many positions we can gain. How much ground on Stroll, that's key, because he's on softs as well. So here we go then. Can push flat out to the end of the race from here. Not the greatest of exit, but not too bad either. As green flag for running for the 3rd time in this race, trying to get a good exit. As we do so, I think they might send it on Lewis here. Let's just look how they're pulling away straight line, on the straights. And as they brake so early, we're gonna make a double overtake on Pierre Gasly, as again there's a collision behind. Esteban Ocon, this time around being the unlucky one, as Gasly tries to re-challenge us into the braking zone of turn 4, round the outside of turn 5, but we've got the better grip on softs and we instantly gain 2 positions, close to Russell. Okay, now it's back, so we're gonna use ERS and go down the inside of Russell here. Bit aggressive, but I absolutely had to make that move stick. We need to close up to Lando now, currently in P4. Here comes Lewis Hamilton then. He can get passed into turn 1, I don't mind.
2.2 seconds.
Since we're gonna get the DRS up the hill and re-overtake him. Probably should work together to try and catch up to Lando. Although that's not gonna help. As we're again just gonna let him go. Then re-overtake him into turn 3. Don't know why he went defensive.
Okay, Focus. We need to stay on form.
Looks like it's a 4-way battle for P5 here.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.6 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 8.6 seconds.
Let's see, Pierre Gasly actually is gonna go for a move here on Lewis. Did Lewis hit us there? Gonna try and defend this position. We do just about hold on for now. As Gasly is now right on our tail. To be fair, he should overtake us. So we're actually gonna brake so he gets passed into the DRS detection point. So we get DRS heading into turn 3. Because if not, Leclerc will pass us. And that will not be good for our race. So we go back past. Can we return to the racing line? Yes, we can. So we cut across a bit. Bit deep, but we get a good exit. So we are able to hold on for now. To make a move stick just yet, but he's lurking all over the back of us as we make a mistake. And that is not what we needed. Crucially, we've dropped out of DRS of Charles Leclerc. As we close up, but we do not have the DRS. So very hectic final 2.5 laps. Second issue in this race, we do not have DRS. Crucially, we've now got up within DRS range, but as soon as we've done so, we do not have the DRS online. So it needs to come back ASAP, otherwise we're not gonna be scoring higher than P7. Maybe we'll even drop down to P8. But anyway, let's try and stick with Leclerc and Gasly through here in case DRS comes back by the end of the lap, as was not a good section. As we lose the rear, it's so bad. The setup feels not well. It's not a great setup. That's the issue. As DRS still is off line, as Daniel Ricciardo is into the pit lane. I'm guessing he got damaged somewhere. As we again go onto the gravel, we get a warning 14 track limit. Carlos Sainz is now on the back of us as well. We use all of our battery in an effort to try and stick with the rest. Stroll having a look down the inside. But yeah, P4 is gone. Max is now our maximum is now P6. So let's try to hold on to that, although Stroll is gonna be very, very close to us starting next lap, as it's just pure understeer. Do we have? Surely we've got damage, because the car never felt this bad. But here comes Carlos Sainz. We give him the slipstream. He's super quick in a straight line. We try and take a defensive line. We go very deep. We push Sainz wide, and Stroll gets past again. We should be able to cruise, but we go wide. Stroll gaining a lot of time. It's gonna be Max Verstappen, the pole setter, and the home favorite to win. But here comes Lance Stroll. Then looks like he doesn't have the battery anymore. So through the penultimate corner, through the final corner, we come home in a pretty solid P6 after what just happened.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
So we have the 5th consecutive points finish. How nice is that? This race is again on 110 AI. The previous 3, I forgot to turn it up after quali, so those were all on 106. You can see Nobuharu Matsushita gets his first points in F1. Yeah, really glad for him. Thought about switching teammates, but maybe, just maybe, we'll keep him all the way till the end of the season. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have Aspect's channel linked in the description. If you don't know, he's the editor who edited this video. So yeah, if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Until next time, take care and goodbye.